Hey, Buddy X, Joe81X. Do you have a sticky door? Do you have a door that is sagging? When you push it, it has a big gap, and then as you come on down, the gap is pretty much what it's supposed to be. See how tight it is down there? Over time, screws tend to strip out. They're flush, but not really. Let's see if we could fix that. Let's see if the internet actually works. The screws are a little bit loose, and the building material behind the screws is a little bit lackluster, in my opinion. There's supposed to be a beam right here. You could get yourself 3-inch screws, 4-inch screws. But what they want you to do is take out the pin. If you can, very graciously. See how this, well, first of all, it's loose. But anyway, now what they want you to do is they want you, well, what's not good is that it is loose. It's not supposed to be loose. So they want you to bend it. Bend it like Beckham. I want you to get one of these crescent wrenches here. And they want you to put it on one at a time. And they want you to bend it very slightly. Personally, I think you're making it looser, but that's what they want. Yeah, making it actually really loose. Actually, probably, yeah, that's too loose. This is beyond repair. This is not going to fix. So this is not one. And they want you to take this and bend it too. Yeah, see how loose that is? Yeah, no bueno. That's not going to work. Those are just loose screws. No, thank you. See? Too loose. It goes back tight. So you're going to have to just put this back. See? See how it goes right back? It's a dead door. That's a fail. That is a fail. That is a failed door. Yep. That is a failed door. So now what you can do, it won't work. See? That's a failed door. That door has failed. So you could do a couple of things. It is a failed hinge. That hack is not going to work. So what you could do is you could go to the hardware store and you could try to find a big screw or 2 or 3. So let's just see if it's loose. Let's make it tight. Let's tighten it. See? Okay, so it's spinning. So this one is done. This one is done. It's about 2 inches, 1.5. So that's unfortunate. You don't have to throw it out. So let's take this one. There's supposed to be wood around this whole door, mind you. So let's take this one. It's a little bit thicker. Okay? It's actually probably not made for this. Let's see how far we go in until it ratchets. Yeah, it still spins. Amazing. Let's take the top one. Yeah. Excuse me. Top one is the original one, 1.5. It's actually said, it's supposed to be wood around this entire door. It might be a temporary fix. They make them longer. There's supposed to be a frame about around the door. There's supposed to be. So that's not a good installation. Sorry. We'll see if the middle holds the entire door. I did like a little bit of a ratchet test. We'll see if it's, excuse me. We'll see if it still sticks. Otherwise, there's other ways. Still a big gap. Still comes off. It might sag. So now here's an old trick that might work. There's other ways. You could get a bigger screw. So now it sags from the top. So we determined that this spins. So we don't really need the depth, but we'll use it because clearly there's nothing in there. This house, piece of shit. So what happens is you want to create, so if you bring this all the way in, this is a toothpick. Clearly if you bring this all the way in, look, it's the same size. So you don't want to throw it in the hole, because you could just throw it in the hole. So what I'm going to do, let's see if this works. You leave it half out. Half out. It still may not work. You leave it half out. Hold on to it. Bring it up. Kind of. Now what you want to do is start it. What you're going to do is you're going to use that wood as a filler. So you want to hold it. Might get into ratchet mode. So just hold it. Try to find. It still spins. You can break it off. Still kind of spins. It's not doing its job. So it's not supposed to spin. The toothpick is kind of being smushed. You can bring it out. Yeah, see, it kind of just chewed it. So what you could do is you could start over and you could do another toothpick. Start over. Really get in there. It's what you really want to do. I'll be honest with you. What you really want to do is take this molding off, and you really want to get behind it. And you either want to put a piece of wood back there on the other side of this jamb, and then this is the metal wood, and then the other side of this, when you take the molding off, and when you screw this in, it'll go like this, and you'll never have a problem. But then you got to take a knife, and then you got to score it all the way down. Hey, listen. So we'll just, we'll see if this works. It worked temporarily. So we'll just hold this here. It still spins. We'll just break it off. It's not really fixed. Sometimes the internet, doesn't go past its own mouth. So we'll shut it. It's gonna sag. over time. So we're not using any tricks. We're just shutting the door with our hand. Right here, with our hand, shutting the door. Okay, it's not. There you go. It barely hits the striker. It's still shot. There is still a gap. There's a very tight gap. Right there. Where's my camera? Very tight gap. And then as you go down, it gets thicker. So the door might have been, you know, it's hollow. It's a builder's door. It's not solid. This gap is really, really tight down here. That's no bueno. Really tight. And it goes wider, wider, wider. And I'm gonna lift the door up. I'm gonna lift the door up with the handle. Look what happens to that gap. That gap probably is gonna close. We'll see. Hopefully we don't ruin it. So I'm gonna lift it up on the jamb with my hands. Watch. Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, it could be an installation error. But what I was saying before is if you really, really just like are losing your bird, you can pop this off. It's doable. You just have to get some tools, score this side with a knife. Just score this side with a knife. You'll take this off. You know, you'll expose the drywall will stop. The door frame will begin. You'll see a gap, maybe the size of your finger. And you'll see the screws go through to nothing. Maybe there's wood here. And what you could do is you could figure out if you have any shims or any loose wood or anything around your yard, even a maybe old piece of fence. And you're going to take these 3 screws out prior. And then you're going to put a piece of wood in here. You could cut the drywall back as far as you want because this is the end reveal. You could cut a whole 1-inch square right here. You could send it in there. You could take the door off. You could just have this on in your hand if you're by yourself, the other hinge. You could hold it and you could send your 3 screws in or pre-drill this. And then what this is a jamb around here. There's a pre-made jamb. And if you take this wood and you take this hinge and you take that jamb and you tighten it, I guarantee you that this top hinge will never be a problem again. So I debunked the, you know, you could put a tool on it still. I don't know if it's going to be worth it. You could still put this on here. You know, you're not really doing anything. You could still lift the door, you know. It's doing a little something, you know. Yeah, so that is a, not so much a fix, but I like to consider that pretty darn tootin', if you ask me. Is it fixed? Technically, yes. Is it the way to fix it? Disclaimer? No, it's not a way to fix it. It never is a way to fix it. The proper way to fix it is to install doors properly. What are we doing? You want to walk around the house? Here's the bathroom. Bathroom sits a little proud up there. Sits, see my nail? If it's done right, it's supposed to do this. So what's this? Top right. Top right. Come on. Look at this. You could put your whole finger there. So now let me lift it with my hand. Yeah, it's pretty good. It basically, oh no, this is what they did. Don't fix it. Don't fix the jam. Just let the door fix itself. Yeah, let the door fix itself. Just let it rub enough to where the paint is, and we just kind of push it. Look. Hits the striker. Unacceptable. That gap is unacceptable. But because it closes, it's acceptable. Okay, look at this. Flush, my nail. My nail. This is a little, look, my nail. My nail. I'm not going to bend down. Still, unacceptable. Unacceptable. Huge gap. And put right here in front of my face. Look at that gap compared to my finger. Let's go up. Oh, and it gets tight. Gets tight. But because we're just humans and it closes, we don't do nothing. One of the most common doors in the house to the laundry room. Nail test. The bottom is fine. This is the most commonly used door off of the garage. It has minimal gaps and the gaps are flush. This door is either installed correctly or these screws, that's pretty hollow, go into something solid and has never been pushed out. So that's gonna wrap this up. So thank you for watching. Hit like, hit subscribe. I never said that my fix was going to potentially work. I never said that it was going to work. Disclaimer is that if your screws are really tight and it's in the jam and everything is work, the hinge is metal. It can move, shift, fatigue. So what is this? This is a small juncture of stopping the rub. When the rub comes back, you could keep doing things, or refer to 5 minutes ago, taking it all down. Hey, or it's up to you. You want to buy one 10-inch screw? There's a beam somewhere in this corner. You could put it, I don't know how big a drywall screw is. I don't know if they go above 4 or 5 inches. You could want to put a deck screw in there. You could put a 6-inch deck screw. As long as it has a flat head and the two hinges close, you'll hit a beam. Maybe that's the cheap way. Hey, maybe you go to Home Depot or Lowe's or Amazon, you buy something that's 6, 8, 12 inches. The worst thing it is, it doesn't work. The second worst thing is, it's not refundable or returnable. Hey, or you find that they make a 6-inch, you caught some beam, and you go back and you buy 2 more. And that hinge, you just give it a little, just a teeny bit to just push it in 1/8, and that hinge won't go nowhere. So hit like, hit subscribe, and I'm sorry if I didn't help you, because sometimes poopy in the pants.